say, "Oh, problem bringing in a signal." I'm like, yes,
Yeah, nobody
yeah.
likes that.
Was it doing that? Was it doing that
No,
for
no, no,
me?
no, 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 no. What? I'm just noticing there's a little bit of a delay on the actual OBS side for your video and audio sound. So
You
it's
know, it does the same exact thing for me. You know what? When I
everyone on Skype.
interviewed, yes. So here is the thing that I was wondering.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing I was thinking. I'm thinking about doing. I need to figure out where it is, but I have a mini. I have a mini digital projector.
Oh, do
Okay.
you?
Yes. And I'm thinking that what I'm going to do from now on Skype calls, I'm going to project that onto a wall and have the camera picking up the video off of that little projection. The reason why is
Mm-hmm.
that camera will, because I'll have a camera pointing at that projection.
Oh, well, I don't
See,
know.
because
That might still cause even more issues though, man.
no, see, here's the problem that I realize. I'm not going to run Skype and OBS on the same computer. Because are you doing that?
What's that?
Running Skype and OBS on the same computer.
Uh, yes, I am. I have to
That's
right
the
now.
problem.
Oh, I
That's
know,
the
I know,
problem.
I know.
Yeah,
Everything is the problem when you're dealing with having to do multiple technologies on one thing.
exactly. So that's the reason why I'm thinking of take the video, push it out to like a screen, and then I put my webcam and have it take a look. Because one, it will not be going against a shiny reflective image,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
two, and basically I'll feed the audio into the mixer and I'll fit through the video. So I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see how it
It'll
goes.
be.
You're listening to Technical Talk on.
Oh, we're
Yeah, dude, it's
we're on
past
now.
9 o'clock.
Yes,
Come
sir.
on.
Sorry, my bad.
It's okay. It's okay. The actual radio show it hasn't started yet. So, hey guys, hey everybody,
Greetings,
Erica,
salutations.
Nicole,
Oh wait,
Rick.
what? What was that?
That was my wife passing by.
I've never met her. Tell her I said hello.
Watson says
Tell Mr. Stevens.
hello.
So yeah, tell Miss Stevens I said hello. We need
no,
a wave out of her. Go
no,
bring her back on. Bring her back on T.
no,
On t-
no,
uh,
no.
uh,
See, there she goes.
uh.
It's all good. It's all good. Let's see here.
Too funny. Too funny.
I'll
That's
tell you what.
awesome.
Isn't that good? That's good stuff
I
right there.
I tell you, what's hilarious, dude. Was I'm sitting there and watching them about to do like election coverage,
Mm-hmm.
and all of a sudden
This random
I
guy. I
see
think I know that
this
guy.
random guy walk through. I was like, wait, wait,
I know that shirt.
what the? What? Exactly. Like I know that shirt. I'm like,
Gotcha,
wait,
bro.
was that Steven? I was
Got
like,
you.
cool. I'm like, cool, awesome. That was really good, man.
I was really happy
I
to
was,
actually just be up there, man. There.
oh yeah, great environment, great
Mm-hmm.
guys.
Mm-hmm. Oh man.
Oh, too
Hold on.
funny.
There we go. There we go. All right. Cool. Everything's up and running. All right. Give me 15 seconds of radio silence, and we will be starting the show. Hello, everybody. You're listening to the Defenders of American Exceptionalism. We are live. Tonight I have with me Watson Prunier, joining me from the Skypes, which means that his video and audio will be slightly delayed, but that's okay. We can handle that. By the way, you can join us. Really, come on, Watson. That's not nice at all. That is not nice at all, man. Not cool. Not cool. You can join us on the Facebook feeds over at DOAE Show. You can also go to /Mojo50 Radio on Facebook, or you can go to the Mojo50 Radio page, which is mojo50.com, or you can go to our website. That's doaeshow.com. doaeshow.com. I don't want to do it, man. I don't want to do this. I don't want to talk election coverage. I don't want to do it. Watson.
Why? Why not? I mean,
Stop
we have to
that.
talk about election coverage. You know what? I am heartbroken by the results of the election. I really was hoping that we could maintain the House. But you know what? I realized, dude, this what's going to be really cool is what they do. They're going to shoot themselves in the foot for the next 2 years.
That's not what I'm talking about, dude.
Oh, you mean? Oh, wait. No,
No.
the
Here's what I'm
extended
talking about.
election coverage.
Here's what I am talking about. I'm just gonna go over just the headlines lately of things that have come, and we'll just go from there, okay? Recount. Gillum withdraws concessions as Florida goes to a recount. Breaking news. Broward County in Florida will undergo machine count. Arizona U.S. Senate. Cinema widens lead over McSally. Florida vote tally deadline arrives and Broward submits totals. Watch it live. Broward election supervisor snipes mixed illegal ballots and valid ones waiting to be added. I don't.
Wait, hold on a second.
I don't.
I've got UPS. Wait, hold on a second, though, Stephen, because I forgot to tell you UPS is coming by to pick up some more ballots for Florida. Just, I'll even tell my wife to make sure she's going to stand by the door for UPS. I got a boatload of ballots for Democrat ballots for the Florida recount.
Exactly. Do you have some? I mean, I know I have some. I have some.
I have at least 300,000.
I've got them in the van, just sitting in the van.
Oh wow.
I've got. Yeah. I'm gonna deliver them tomorrow night.
Yeah, see, that would be great because I can't deliver them until Monday night because I'll be busy tomorrow.
That's so terrible. That is so terrible. Gillum, Nelson's lawyers fight to allow non-citizen votes to count.
See, and here's the thing about it for me is non-citizens. They don't have a right to even vote.
You're not talking that. It's not called non-citizen at this point. Illegal.
I mean, yes, and see, and that's the thing about it that kills me because that goes to tell you you're already doing something wrong if you're actually fighting for non-citizen votes to count. And I wonder if these people were from the caravan.
No, they're not because they never made it past Mexico City. So, other things. You have Michigan, you had Texas, you had Alaska, you had several other states where people were caught screwing with the ballot. Either changing the votes or actually adding more votes, screwing with the ballot. One of them in Michigan, she got like 19 counts or something of voter fraud. And they're all freaking Democrats.
Well, see, what's really funny though is because when you hear about what was it, the person in Florida where they basically said, oh, well, some of the voters, they drew an arrow to the person that they wanted to vote. You know what? On those, if you drew an arrow, we're not determining intent. That vote no longer counts because in the instructions at the very top, it says circle in your vote. So if it is not circled in, the vote does not count.
Right, and then you have like the whatever she is, the Florida whatever superintendent or whatever she is of elections, and she's all
stupid intendant.
Yeah, that one. And she's all like, the ones that are damaged and the ones that aren't filled in properly, I'm just going to, I'm going to
determine intent.
I'm going to
you're going to determine intent.
Determine intent, which means everything going Democrat. I don't. Why? Oh, and then Florida election supervisor threatens to arrest reporters. Reporters.
Yeah.
Our media. For covering
wait.
Counting.
Hold on a second, though, because of the fact that I thought that there was only the president of the United States who was basically threatening the effectiveness and the function of the media.
No. never. Why would the president do that? I mean, he just calls them, the enemy of the people. But these people actually physically threaten us and threaten the media, saying, you cannot cover this or we will try to arrest you.
Oh, wait, you mean that video that actually showed a black cop in what looks like they were either capris or long shorts watching that truck as they were trying to figure and ask what was going on that truck?
You mean like all five of those trucks?
Oh, yeah. You mean that video footage?
Yeah, that video footage. Yeah, that stuff. Not great, was it?
I mean, because here's the, in a day and time where the media is recording, Stephen, all these cops going after killing black people, we actually had a black cop not killing black people. He was basically killing the American people by participating in voter fraud.
But that's because even if you're a black cop, you're not black. You're white.
That's true.
And
that's true.
You're perpetrating the whiteness of the class, because the blue line means all blue are white. That's true.
Yeah, I forgot that. My bad. So did you see that white guy? Did you see that white guy in those shorts who was sitting there and he was basically participating in
really tan.
Voter fraud?
Really tan.
Man, he was really tanned. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, there you go. There's Whitey holding us back again.
That man was so tan. So tan. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that's all I want to dig into on there, because I really don't want to go any further with that mess. There are so many other things I want to get to, specifically Google. Okay? So what's the problem with Google other than the fact that they're the world's search engine and they're incredibly progressive and they fire people for sending emails? Well, a search preview for the National Federation of Republican Women was coming up on the display with the title National Federation of Republican Enablers.
So what were they enabling?
Well, Republicans,
white supremacy.
Yes, exactly. Male privilege. Everything else. According to this is actually from. So this is a story on the Blaze, but it's from the Daily Caller. According to the Daily Caller, the name change appeared Friday night in the description of Google's so-called knowledge panel. The knowledge panel. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
It's hard to call it knowledge
and
information when it's clearly bias and censorship. So both of those, bias and censorship, deprive people of full knowledge.
Yes. And yes. The knowledge panel appears along the right-hand side of the search results for businesses and official organizations. A screenshot posted by the Daily Caller website showed that the the disparaging title diagram. How did I get that?
You were thinking diaphragm.
I know. I need to speak more from my diaphragm. That's what I'm told.
Well, no, because we were talking about women, and
so you were saying I was thinking of the front hole. I see what you did there. See, the wording was yanked shortly after its article about the title was published, the news outlet stated. Google blamed Wikipedia for the change, even though the Wikipedia page for the page contained the information it never contained that specific information. So Wikipedia's edit history showed a change on October 19th when someone replaced the word women in the group title with enabler. Of course, the change appeared for about several hours on the Wikipedia page before it was corrected. So what they're saying is the algorithm screwed up because the algorithm pulled old information from an old Wikipedia page that isn't supposed to be able to be edited without supervision, without somebody actually reviewing it.
Who even controls Wikipedia, though?
I don't know. I don't know who. I know that. So here's the thing. Wikipedia, I don't know who controls it, but I know what happens. So there are people who are on the site and they are, quote, trusted editors. They're people like you and me, and everyday people, but they just happen to have edited so many Wikipedia pages with generally good information that they get a pass, and they get named
Wow.
as editors and things like that. They don't get paid for it. Anyway, Google needs to yank a couple other things, and with that, we'll take a break. And we're in the commercial break. Don't you like that? Watson Prunier, guess what? I no longer have commercials.
Oh yes, I forgot about you. What? Wait. Oh wait. Hold on a second. Oh
What?
yeah, there were
The radio show still has commercials.
the
I just
radio shows. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But you
Lori,
can actually.
Okay, I'm sorry. I've got to address this. Lori, you missed it. Previous show, I told everybody what was going on. It's No Shave November, and I'm trying it. You missed out. Yes, I have peach fuzz. And this is literally all that's grown since the first. That's it.
Are you gonna do what I'm doing, man?
I can't do that. I literally can't grow anything here. Like,
Really?
This right here is clean. It is clean. I can't do any of this.
Oh, you're not trying, man.
No, I am trying. I'm trying.
Are
I'm
you
not
are
doing
you
anything.
are you eating watermelon? I heard watermelon makes your hair grow.
I'm just gonna ring the bell for that because I know exactly where you're going with that, man, and I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not going there with you. I'm not going there with you. It's wrong. It is wrong and bad. Horrible horribleness. Jules, I did not start in October. I did not. I shaved the 31st. This is all from November 1st, all right?
Yeah, this is about 3 or 4 weeks of work. But I
Is
have
it?
a guy. Yeah, my wife's boss. He gets this in 3 days. I'm so envious. I was like, yeah, but at the same time too, though, this is all scruffy and drive me up the wall. My wife is gonna get me some new conditioner because this is like really coarse. So I'm gonna try and like soak this in conditioner because it's just.
Oh, no. You need the beard softening oils.
Well, see, I tried that. I picked up an oil.
No,
It's
no,
like
no,
it
no,
just
no,
bounces
no.
right off of it.
No. Beard Club for men. The
Really?
Dollar Beard Club. I am not joking. They have one. You need
Dollar
to go look
Beard
at it.
Club.
Yes.
What?
You need to go to their YouTube page and just watch their commercials. It is
Are you
amazing.
serious?
I am so
Well, see,
not
that's the other
joking.
thing too. Is the thing I don't like too is because my hair is all kinky and it's all wired up. I want it like straight. I'm thinking about like getting a Brazilian blowout on my beard. Just so I could just be like long and like really look white.
Mhm.
You know?
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Hold on. We got commercial break is about to end. Hold on. And we're back. You're listening to the Defenders of American Exceptionalism. And apparently, if Lori D from the Jackhole Nation over there has anything to say with it, I apparently belong to the 25-cent Stash Club instead of the Dollar Shave Club. Thank you. Thank you very much. I know, okay? I know. Let it happen. December 1st, it'll all be gone. All right? It won't even take that long, I promise. That's what she said. God bless it. Watson, it's okay. You can laugh out loud, man. It's all right. You can lols.
I'm sorry. This is so funny. It's hilarious. Well, because it was funny because I was looking at the last show too, and I was like, "What's that? What's that going on his face over there?" And then I heard your announcement about no shave November. Well, I started this in October, so
Yeah, I mean, well, it doesn't matter. You would have grown most of that beforehand. Come the first until now. Crud. You missed it, didn't you? All right. Anyway.
yes,
Okay,
exactly. I was gonna
so-
leave that one alone.
All right. Moving aside, we do have to talk about the shooting in Thousand Oaks. There are a couple factors and things that have been going on. The thing that I want to talk about is the manifesto and how how it so closely just mirrors and echoes exactly what the mainstream media has been saying since it happened. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's let me just kind of get into this for a second here. In a chilling final post on social media, the former Marine who massacred 12 people and injured many in Thousand Oaks ranted about the way people offer hopes and prayers in the wake of a mass killing. It's too bad I won't get to see all the illogical and pathetic reasons people will put in my mouth as to why I did it. Fact is, I had no reason to do it. I just thought, F it. Life is boring, and why not? I hope people call me insane. Wouldn't that just be a big ball of irony? Yeah, I'm insane. But the only thing you people do after these shootings is hopes and prayers and keep you in my thoughts. Every time. And I wonder why these keep happening. Watson Prunier.
You know, as I sit here, I mean, it's really sad that the shooting it had to take place in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, to not want to resort to prayer. Prayer is the easiest answer because of the fact that it prevents us from responding to evil with evil. In our reflex, we want to get resolution, and I think there are far too many individuals, especially in the media, who do not. They can barely cope when the president doesn't give them their way, and we're supposed to let them be responsible in fixing the nation or helping the nation heal after such a tragedy.
Yep.
They are the last people who should focus on this, and it's really sad because the guy's mental instability could have been caught faster, but there's just not enough accountability in the system right now to try and do a better job. But you know what? Here's the thing about it, though. Even if the guy was caught, even if the guy not even caught, but he was basically detained a long time ago.
Right.
Evil people, when they are intending to do something, usually get it accomplished.
Yeah.
9/11 bombers. I mean, 9/11 attackers. Timothy McVeigh. San Bernardino. When people want to do it, even the person who even shot Ronald Reagan.
When they do it, and they're going to do it no matter what you try to stop them to do. It's just to me. That's what he said right there. The hopes and prayers, and to keep you in my thoughts. That entire thing. It's exactly what people like Chris Cuomo and Chris Matthews. Funny, their names start with Chris. Went through this week right after the shooting. You know, people saying that Chris Cuomo talking about how people saying first thing, let me offer my thoughts and prayers is a canard. And then you got Chris Matthews who's literally yelling at the TV saying that thoughts and prayers and those sort of expressions should be outlawed.
Yeah, but here's a problem. So these are guys who want to basically go out of their way because you know what they're wanting to say. You know, basically, it's like an orgasm. Like these shootings are like orgasms for them so that they can yell out their recurring theme of gun control. The problem is gun control will not prevent this. Gun control will not stop murder.
Right.
We've had laws on the books since the beginning of time, and people still keep breaking them. So it doesn't matter what laws you pass. what you do is you try and create an environment that people can better defend themselves. California, again, another hotbed for high gun control. He shouldn't have had a gun in his situation to create the problem.
Exactly.
So somehow, some way, he got through. No laws you can create can prevent these things. People still speed. People still run through bus stops that actually have the bus flashing, and people are killed here in Indiana. Come on. Sorry. Cuomo and Matthews are nothing but a bunch of morons who are sucking up too much valuable air for the rest of society. But in that statement that I'm making, I'm in no way inciting violence or telling anyone to go to their homes and bang on their doors or anything like that.
You mean
not
like
get that from me.
what's his name? That's this
you mean,
week.
Do you mean for Tucker Carlson?
Yeah, Carlson.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm trying to admit, that statement about calling them morons in no way says for people to go out and do to them what was done to Tucker Carlson.
Well, that's very responsible of you. Very responsible of you to point that out. You know who else is really responsible? Do you? Who is it? You know who else? Ashton Kutcher. Ashton Kutcher is very responsible.
You know, Ashton Kutcher has his great moments, and then there are moments he just needs to be quiet.
Yeah, and this is one of them. And this wasn't even being quiet. This was he should have thought about what he typed before he typed it. Here's what I mean. And I quote, "This isn't an either or. It is a both. Support mental health initiatives and support gun reform now! Exclamation, exclamation. My friend gave me a gun as a gift in the parking lot of the Borderline on my birthday. I've never shot it. I don't think I ever will. Hearts to the family of the lost. Change is coming." And here's what I mean.
Wait.
Yeah.
So someone gave him a gun?
Yeah, which is actually fully and completely illegal in the state in which he resides.
In California, correct?
Yes. And the transaction took place in California.
Which, again, he just admitted to committing a crime.
Yes. If, by chance, he also supports gun confiscation and gun control, he also just broke a law that he supports. Yes.
But I bet you he will not end up in jail anytime soon.
Oh, no, he'll never end up in jail. I mean, what do they have for supporting evidence other than his own admission that could be wiped off of Twitter with just a click from the Twitter folks? You know, it's not a big deal. It's not like it's in national news anymore or anything like that. You know, so...
Well, it doesn't fit the narrative. It doesn't fit the narrative because of the fact that he is not a conservative. He's a liberal, and so what happens is the liberal clause allows him to break the law, just like what's happening in Florida.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Because he's a liberal, he gets to break the law. That's pretty much true. And with that, we will be right back. Check that out. Now we're back. Well, not really. I mean, we're back for a couple minutes during the break. Gosh, you guys are just mean. Oh, Lori D. What is... Oh man, this would all be easier to invest if our president had the penis control of a 70-year-old and not someone who cheats on Hub's models. His model wife was with a porn star. Wow. I hate defending the president. Could have had Ted Cruz, and Steven could have had a beard. Thanks. Thank you so much. Oh, gosh. Goodness gracious.
Sorry, I wasn't laughing at you.
Yes,
I was
you
laughing.
are. Yes, you are.
Laughing with you.
Steven, stash check. Nope. No growth yet. Thanks. Thanks so much. Man, I love you guys so much. It's not cool though. It is. It is fine. Actually, it is just fine. Yes, of course I miss Dylan. I don't know when he's gonna come back, but when he does, it'll be there. No, I'm not growing this because I miss Dylan. I'm just growing this because it's No Shave November. I told you this.
I'm actually representing the beard and Dylan. So I'm the beard. I'm the Dylan. It's got to get it right about here.
Yep. You got to get it right about there, and it'll be good.
Get some shoe polish and paint that stuff in. I'll get some permanent markers.
I looked 12 before I even had any of this. What are you talking about? It's like, when I shave it off, I'll look 12. Yes, of course I will. That's what I looked like before I shaved. I can't help that. It's not my fault. And yes, I do have more Native American blood than Pocahontas. I do, and I know it. You want to see the proof? I can't grow a beard.
Well, you know what? That's the person I need to speak with about growing a beard is Dylan, because his always comes out really well. So maybe I can probably use whatever he's using. Maybe it could. I mean,
I don't think he's using anything. Who knows? He just doesn't shave.
He doesn't shave.
Yeah, he just doesn't shave.
You know what?
And we're back. You're listening to the Defenders of American Exceptionalism. I'm getting hounded by a ton of people on the Facebook pages because of my no shaving in November. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. I still like you guys anyway. It's all right. It's not a big deal. I'll take care of it. Come December, it'll all be gone anyway. And then you guys will get a laugh because I'll look 12 again. Are you trying to bend a spoon, Watson?
There is no spoon.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, apparently Dylan has very good beard oils.
Oh, it does? Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Apparently he does have some very good beard oils. And that's how he keeps it all nice and shiny and long.
Okay. It looks it even looks silky. I mean,
sometimes
it just
does,
looks,
and I think that's the oils.
It's majestic. I wonder if it actually even moves on his command.
It might. It might. Of course, it moves every time he talks. So.
That's true. Yes, it does. Oddly.
Oh, let me see here. Okay,
the power of the.
Yeah. Before we get into some really disturbing news, I just wanted to kind of throw this one in here because it's from North Carolina and it's funny. So, middle of last week, there was an active shooter situation in Topsail, North Carolina, which is basically on the beach, Outer Banks sort of area, way over there, hang tight, hang loose, hang 10, it's all good. No big deal. Loose peoples. Yeah, the amen. All right. So apparently they had an active shooter situation, and it was a big thing for a while. It got a couple of states got involved in reporting on it. Turns out, no shooter. It was a malfunctioning water heater that exploded and caused a loud bang. Really early in the morning before the school actually started. And
I guess some people were really hot under the collar once they figured out what was going on.
Oh,
dude, no.
Come on.
It was a lot of pressure, though.
That's good.
It was a lot of pressure.
That's good. I'll give you those. Maybe it just needed to blow off some steam. And there we go.
Exactly.
Jeez, man. Jeez, so many puns, so little time. All right. No shooter was found when the SWAT team entered and swept the school. The sound was instead determined to have come from a hot water heater with a faulty combustion chamber. It was making popping and banging noises.
It was popping, rocking.
Yeah, popping and rocking instead of popping and locking. Apparently, it didn't know how to lock up.
Or it was stopped up.
It was stopped up and causing massive noise violations. Oh.
A weapon of ass destruction.
Oh, see, that is actually the title of a song and a book. It is the title of a song and a book. You know that, right?
No, I didn't.
You didn't know that?
No.
Weapon of ASS destruction?
Who did that?
Alfonso Rachel.
Oh, yes, he did. I'm sorry.
Book,
I apologize.
Come on, you knew
I
that.
apologize.
You had the guy on your show.
I am. I just completely forgot because I'm in
a whole nother mode.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
I'm just in a whole nother mode.
You know what?
Speaking of him, he actually celebrated another anniversary with his wife. So
very nice. And so speaking of let's see, anniversaries and wives and things of that nature, liberal Lutheran pastor explains it's okay to look at porn, especially if it's ethically sourced.
Okay, so wait, hold on.
We need a timeout here. We need a timeout.
Well, because there's so many.
What is ethically sourced pornography? First,
yes, thank you. Yeah. What is ethically sourced?
I don't
pornography?
know. I don't really know, and I don't think she explains it.
Okay, so then the whole idea of looking at pornography deals with lust, and the Bible says that you should not lust, or even if whatever happens if your eye causes you to stumble, cut it out. Mm-hmm. I know, granted, it wasn't a figurative thing, or I mean a literal.
It was figurative. It wasn't literal.
But
yeah. Okay, let me get into this a little bit. All right.
Please help me, because
Reverend Nadia Bolz-Weber of the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America, the ELCA, heads a congregation composed of many LGBT members, of which features Ministers of Fabulousness, according to gay news site outinjersey.net. That website recently released a lengthy interview with a female pastor in which she shared her pro-LGBT, pro-pornography opinions. Quote, "I refuse to pick the low-hanging moral outrage fruit of liberals and conservatives about porn," said the tattooed pastor. Now, wow, you're doing a light show over there? Thank you.
Hey, porn's great.
Wow.
Go with the flow. What did you say her name?
Are you the
what was
minister
the name
of
of the person
Fabulous?
Again? No, but what was her name again, though?
Nadia Bolz-Weber.
It sounded like you said Balls Weber. Literally.
She does seem to have some.
She's advocating for pornography at this particular point. I mean, where do we draw the line, dude?
Yeah. So now there are issues of justice and exploitation with the porn industry, no question. But it doesn't mean consumption of pornography should be shamed. There is ethically sourced porn, she says. There are people who say it's sexual immorality, but if you take liberals and conservatives who show outrage at and made a Venn diagram of those who consume pornography, you'd see a huge overlap. Duh, they're human, and every human is a hypocrite.
Exactly. Bingo.
Just because people are saying one thing and doing another doesn't mean the doing of it is a good thing. Do you not understand this, you moron?
See, and the thing about it, though, Stephen, is we have to ask ourselves, when she makes this change and delineation actually not even delineation, a deviation from the truth of Scripture. Yes, there's forgiveness for any person who's watched porn, who's consumed themselves in pornography.
But wait, stop there. Should we sin so that he can forgive us more?
No, by no means.
Thank you.
By no means. Isn't that
That is exactly what the next.
That's what Romans 6 verse 1.
That's it. That is in Romans, yes.
Romans 6:1 or Romans 7:1, but I think it's Romans 6:1.
No, see, no. Porn doesn't make me angry. Somebody saying, a person who considers themselves a Lutheran pastor,
a minister of the cloth,
and also an LGBT activist and abortion rights activist, telling me and telling the people that it's okay to commit sin when distinctly in the book that she is pronounced to be representing, it says the exact opposite, is what makes me upset.
Oh, definitely, because of the fact that, again, what is the purpose of even being a minister if you're now going to make allowances? We understand there's no condemnation to those who are in Christ. There is no condemnation to those who confess Christ, because guess what? We're all sinners. But, again, you said it right here, and I'm going to bring it up.
Mm-hmm.
Here it is. Romans chapter 6.
Thank you, buddy. You're a little too close to the screen now, but that's okay.
Sorry. Right there.
Right there. By no means, buddy. By no means.
In other words, it means not by an optional mean, by zero means. Should we sin that grace would abound all the more?
Mm-hmm,
I mean, because and this is the sad part about it, Stephen, that I'm finding out is that there's a certain ideology that's floating about in the atmosphere of this country that basically has this hypocritical mentality that certain sins, because I'd like to find out, where does this Lutheran pastor stand in regards to her opinions of the President of the United States of America? And if she's one of those individuals who's basically full condemnation on the President of the United States of America, but can make a statement like this, she is an utter hypocrite.
Right.
If at any point in time she feels any kind of anger or animosity or wants condemnation towards the President of the United States, but basically validates and promotes the idea of pornography, you, my dear, are a hypocrite.
Yep.
Sorry.
No. You're exactly right, and that's the sad part about it is you have a lot of these organizations that come to this idea that, well, yeah, it's a sin, but it's not like it's not bad. I mean, come on, you lie. I mean, come on. Yeah, I know that sodomy is bad and all, but it's not that bad. It's not like you're killing somebody.
Well, but so now as you see this, you just brought up sodomy. What's next, Stephen? What's next?
What do you mean?
Pornography's fine.
Yeah.
Sodomy's fine. Bestiality. What is it? Necrophilia.
Yeah.
Where do you really draw the line? There is no line. The red line that Obama talked about, she's actually establishing the red line that our former president basically established. It'll continue to be moved back and forth. I mean,
you mean
further
the line that he pushed
back.
out, like with Iran and everything else? I'm going to put
exactly.
This is the red line you don't cross, and they crossed it. And he's like, okay, no, this is the line, like that the Bugs Bunny cartoons where he keeps on drawing the lines. Come closer, come closer, come closer.
Exactly.
Sorry.
I see what you did there.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. Sorry.
Well, no, you could just put it on. You could put it on on Mrs. Ballswagger or whatever her name is.
I killed the link already. I don't remember anyway. Okay.
This is.
Oh, that music comes just in time.
Yes, because I got a headache.
That music means we'll be right back, and we will be right back. Saved by the Bell. I tell you what.
Wow. I mean, dude, that is just so crazy.
Have you heard anything that stupid before?
No, but I mean, but Stephen, we're at this point now where, you know, First Timothy 4:3,
Mm.
itching ears,
Mm.
abandoning sound doctrine.
I know.
I mean, the prophecy is, you know, everyone's so worried about. Holy cow, we are seeing in our timeline, dude. I know that they say the church every turn of the century basically says, oh, they're watching the demise of their culture or the American culture every turn of the century.
My question is simple to those people that say they're watching it. What are you doing about it? What are you doing about it? If you're watching the demise of your culture, and I understand that we feel like we're powerless in a lot of situations, and I get it. But at the same point in time, what are you doing on a daily basis in the grind of your life? In the grind of your life, what are you doing to make sure that you are not contributing to that demise?
Yeah, I mean, it's establishing communities. It's actually establishing relationships with people so that we can be salt and light to the world to help them understand, hey, we've got to abandon these things that are killing us and basically eroding away the very fabric of our existence. Our morality is being gone.
Yeah,
Again,
it's like it's like cotton, the fabric of our lives. It's not. Sorry.
I mean, dude, this is crazy. I saw something the other day. Actually, I think it was yesterday that said you now have some administration that's trying to promote legislation saying now we get to check 3 years of your social media posts for hate crimes before you could be permitted to get a firearm.
Crap, I'm done.
Exactly.
I'm a conservative libertarian Christian. I'm done.
Exactly, because anything you post can be prescribed. If you basically say you support man, one man, one woman as the definition of marriage, you've just spoken hate speech.
Yep, that is exactly it.
Because you know what they'll do is they'll say that you want to go out and hurt people who are in same-sex marriages.
5 seconds. Hold on right there. And we're back. You're listening to the Defenders of American Exceptionalism. Quickly, you can find us at DOAE Show. You can also go to Facebook.com/DOAE Show, Mojo Radio on the Facebook. Wow, Watson Prunier is blinding himself because he cannot stand the sight of my pencil-thin mustache. You can also, if you do go to our website, you can go to the shop and you can get awesome shirts like this one, or you can get some principled mugs because they're amazing. And anything you do will support us and will help us out and keep this show going. But if you want to become a defender with us, do so. You go to our website, you go to the members page, you sign up. It's free for a free membership. It's called the Shield Bearers. And if you go there and you get $5 a month or $50 a year, you can become a full-fledged defender with us. And when you do that, for the annual anyway, you can get one of two shirts, either the Eagle Crest, or you can get the hashtag I See What You Did There t-shirt, because even though Watson's blind, I see what you did there.
Well, after that last segment, I don't really want to, exhaust or take advantage of that idiotic rule from, that Lutheran minister.
I got you.
I'm gonna go blind.
You're gonna go blind and make sure that you aren't fooled again.
Yes, exactly. Wax on, wax off.
Okay, so
Daredevil.
There is another thing I want to talk about that has to do with religious coalitions and things like that. But first, something I want to bring up that's kind of bothered me when I saw it. Triple murder suspect. And guess what? They're illegal.
Yeah. You see, you're practicing hate, sir. That undocumented citizen who should be able to vote he's dreaming about the opportunities to be successful in this country, like people like you of your ethnic persuasion have been afforded and stolen away from other people for far too long.
You see, a Mexican illegal immigrant who has been charged with 3 murders in Missouri was released from a New Jersey jail earlier this year, even though Immigration and Customs Enforcement was seeking to detain him. Luis Perez, a 23-year-old who is charged with killing his 2 roommates and a woman who was with him for the first 2 murders, was released from Middlesex County Jail in February as the jail did not cooperate with the active detainer request from ICE.
You know what? Actually, this is interesting. Yeah.
You might need to get the blindfold off.
Yeah, I got to get the blindfold off on this. This is really interesting that you would talk about this very thing. Charged with killing his 2 roommates. Do you ever watch the TV program Blue Bloods with Tom Selleck?
No.
The episode last night was literally this thing here.
No way.
I'm not lying to you. So the guy basically was arrested and was let go on a minor non-violent drug crime for $500 bail. He basically, they were thinking, they were arguing should they keep him longer, but there was a policy basically stating non-violent criminals are let out on lower charges because of the fact that they can't afford to keep the people in jail. The same person they let go 2 minutes later pulls up and ambushes 2 cops and shoots them in the car. Come to find out, he actually had felony records in Mexico.
Ouch. So according to police documents, Perez shot and killed 2 roommates at their home on November 1st of last year, and wounded 2 other people. The next day, Perez fatally shot the girl that was with him. I'm not naming any other names here. Who has accompanied him to his home for the first 2 murders. A guy who was also with the girl and Perez on November 1st, allegedly waiting outside in an SUV while Perez killed his roommates. He was also with Perez when they went to the girl's home, and Perez allegedly shot and killed her. And then the guy has been who was with him has also been charged as an accomplice on 2 counts of first-degree murder. So you caught the one guy who wasn't illegal, and you kept him. But the guy who actually did the actions fully, that guy, not going to do anything about it.
Yeah, because of the fact that does not feed into the narrative. Again, remember, we can't keep illegals. The last thing we want to do is destroy the hopes of a dreamer.
Yeah,
they should have the freedoms, the freedoms, to sue this country for unlawful detaining or detention. We should give them all the rights in the world, especially the right to continue committing these crimes.
Right.
This is. And it's interesting as you look at the last part of this, where it basically says the lessons learned from this. This guy had a violent history, but despite that, the detainer was not honored. We hope that this tragic turn of events forces Middlesex to continue reconsider its policy, and that local elected officials stop protecting criminal aliens. Well, you know what? I mean, the whole idea is that criminal aliens will continue to be protected as long as we allow morons to make legislation to keep them in this country.
Exactly. Now, from that, let's go to Planned Parenthood. I have a video that one of the more recent videos from Planned Parenthood. I'm going to play it here for you and kind of go over it. It's an image of a newborn girl, and here we go. I'll read the script as it goes across here. She deserves to be loved. She deserves to be wanted. She deserves to be a choice. Hashtag stand with PP. Now, she deserves to. And so let's tie that in with this.
If they really stood with PP, they would allow the pregnancies.
That's right. Now, let's tie that in with this. Religious Coalition for Reproductive Choice holds a blessing service for a new abortion clinic.
Again, how is this any different than the craziness we just read about pornography is not bad?
I know. So on Friday evening, a group called the Ohio Religious Coalition for Reproductive Choice, or RCRC, is holding a blessing service at a newly opened abortion facility called Your Choice Healthcare of Columbus. What you got?
Here's my problem that I'm running into. This whole idea of it's continuing to call this healthcare.
Mm-hmm.
It is not healthcare. This is an incessant slaughtering of lives that have no ability to defend themselves. So where's Chris Cuomo and Chris Matthews when we have murders that are happening on a daily basis, and you hear squat from them about these defenseless lives in the womb? This is not healthcare. And a church or a religious organization coming alongside and blessing them.
Yeah. I know. See, I saved this for the last because I didn't want this to encapsulate our entire show, because I know it would. Let's just leave it with this. If you're a Christian and you say that you support pornography and you support people killing their children, then maybe you should spend more time in the Word.
Amen.
And less time in politics and society, because something is screwing you up. And salt that is corrupted is bad in taste and should be spat out and trampled on, because it is good for nothing. Be salt and light in this world, folks. Be salt and light. You're listening to DOAE Show. Sorry for that ending, but you guys have a good night.